Welcome to the Safari Arie Experience with your host, Brandon McCaskill and Ari Hugerbrick, otherwise known as Safari Arie.
All right, so we're recording again. Okay. No coughing on the longer show.
No coughing.
You just spread COVID all over your arm, by the way.
Oh well. 99.9% recovery rate.
Exactly. So it's all good. Actually, yes. So this will be the longer version show. This is the thing is I had this idea the other week because I know absolutely nothing about this because basically you have mentioned nothing about it, but I've seen it all over Facebook, but I'm very limited in the ability to do stuff kind of deals, just depending on my time or whatever.
Yep.
But and seeing how that so anyways, for the audience listening, Brandon I have no idea what I'm about to ask. At least maybe I don't think he does anyways, but
no, I don't.
You keep posting about this book that you've published.
Oh yes. Yeah.
So I was going to ask, so seeing how that basically this show or my whatever you want to call them, our videos would never happen without you. Technically you're you're more of the show than even I am technically because like I said, if it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be a single YouTube video up. So as far as I'm concerned, this show is as much yours as it is mine. And you wrote a book, and yet you've never even really talked to me about it or mentioned anything about it. I mean, I see it on Facebook, but I don't know any background. We've never, ever talked about it. So I figured, seeing how this is just as much as your show as it is mine, and I can make an executive decision that says, hey, why don't you actually tell me about this book you've written? And so either people will be interested or, like I said, well, the long version show, it's like we've mentioned a dozen times in the past. It's like, you don't have to watch if you don't want to. You can hit stop right now or whatever. But if people are interested, then they can continue watching. But anyway, so you've written a book that I know nothing about. I know nothing about the background. I know nothing about nothing. So the floor is yours. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness.
Tell me about your book.
Now I'm nervous. So I reached and grabbed my book. This is it here. When Christmas Came to Life, and it's a fictional story. And I tell people it's for readers 10 years old and up, but adults have been enjoying it too. But how it came about was last November. So November, actually probably around the time you were starting your ride. It was getting close to the holidays. And my wife and I were dealing with health complications with our son, where we just really didn't know what the future held for him. Like there was even thoughts that he was going to pass away. So we were entering the holidays with that notion on our minds. So one of my ways was it wasn't even a novel at first. It was just like me journaling, like on the notes on my phone. But then I started creating this dialogue where it was like these characters talking about these themes of like things we deal with in life. And then I was just like, this could be a cool story. So like just in and out of the hospital rooms, like the hours that we had waiting and stuff, I would just sit there and type this story. And then it started to structure itself more and more. And then it turned into what it is today. And like, I can't even get through the first chapter without like all those memories coming back, because it's just even the themes are still there. And so that's how that came about. And it's taken a year to get to completion. And I designed
That's probably quick, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I suppose if you're like a full-time author, you'd probably pump out books a lot faster, but I was working full-time and it was just I was typing on my phone too.
Yeah.
And
well, you're productive with your downtime.
Yeah. I'm one that doesn't like waste. I always got to be doing something. But yeah, I designed the cover myself. It was an oil painting, and that took me, I think, 13 hours to paint.
Okay.
And,
wow.
My wife designed the cover, and we printed on Amazon.
Wow.
Just learning the ins and outs of like structuring the formatting and all that. Like I never realized how much work went into actually making sure the spacing's right, and it was actually kind of a nightmare. But make it succeed. So what
can you go into more detail about what the book is about? Like,
oh, for sure. Yeah. So I started it basically with this couple that are having a baby, and
there you go.
And then, well, the mother ends up passing away, giving birth to the baby, and the main character is this baby that grows up, and his name is Finn. And so Finn, he's kind of going through life, and it's based during the time of World War II. So his father gets sent off when he's 6 years old, and then he gets word that his father is killed in action. So then he's sent to an orphanage. So this kid's just like, so much has been thrown at him in life.
Okay.
So it's like this. He's about 7 years old at this time, but he's starting to think about all these like pretty mature themes of like where's God when we're going through trials and stuff, and like how can we find hope at Christmas time? Yeah, and then Finn he gets taken on this journey where Christmas comes to life in a way that nobody will see coming, and all these lessons are amplified throughout it, and he's able to grasp it at his young age and his young understanding of it. So I think for me, a lot of it was being able to take, I think just being an adult, I think kind of brings the notion that we're too old for the simple truths in life.
Okay.
I know that's sometimes I get caught in that, like, I already know that, like, I don't need to hear that again. I don't need to be reminded, and then when life hits you and you need those little emeralds of truth, like that's where it's powerful, I think. So that's kind of that's what I'm hoping this book is. And I've heard from people that just said they were in tears reading it. And it was people that knew my story too.
Okay.
So that they were just like knowing your story and then just reading about this kid, this fictional kid. They're just like, we didn't have a dry eye throughout the whole book. So yeah, other than that, I don't really know what else to say about
it. So it's on Amazon?
Amazon and KDP.
Okay, so obviously you could put links for that in whatever the show notes or whatever to it.
Yeah, for sure. I'll put it
but now it's like, sorry, what's that? Yeah.
No, I was just saying I'll just put it in the description.
Yeah, okay. And and you've actually been you've been reading chapters?
Yeah, so every Saturday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I jump onto my author page, which is book.com/books by Brandon, and I go live, and I've been reading. We're on chapter 5 this coming Saturday. So if that's something you guys be interested in, you can certainly join us. It takes me maybe 15 minutes to get through a chapter. And we have...
So yes, you put that link in the bottom too, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's now the thing is like, because I've seen that and I've attempted, like, okay, so this is my lack of technological abilities. How come, like, when I go to, because I've seen that you've posted that, and then I try to go find a live thing to hit play to listen to it, I can't find those videos.
Oh, you're talking like after the fact?
Yeah, like when you read, like, do you intentionally take them off the...
Yeah, I intentionally take them off just so I don't have my book available for free out there. It's basically just like I want to encourage people to come on live. So I actually make a video 20 minutes before I go live, reminding people, just saying, hey, the video is not going to be available after, so make sure you're on it live.
Oh, okay.
So you don't miss
it. All right.
it.
Yeah, no, I see that. I see that intro. But it's like, oh, well, that's not it. So I keep looking for the chapter and I can't find it. It's like, okay, so you delete that. Because I noticed, like, on some of that live stuff, like, you have like 2,000 views.
Yeah, the last one had, because I left it up by accident last time, and it got over 2,000 views.
So where are all these people coming from?
That's a good question. Before I go live, I just ask people to share it, and people
because I see like crazy number of shares too. I remember seeing on the one, it had like crazy number of shares and like 2,000 views, because it's like, how many Facebook fans do you have?
I think I don't call them fans. I don't have fans.
Well, it's called a fan page, so.
True. That's true. Now on my book page, I only have 84 right now, but I always go.
So you have 84 fans, but you have 2,000 views on this video.
Yeah, I guess like when one
Like
person
I have
shares it, another person shares
2,500
it.
fans. I
Yeah.
have 2,500 fans. If I go live, I get maybe 500 views or whatever, or up to 1,000 or whatever. But it's like you have 84 fans, and you have like 2,000 views.
Well, I actually went live on my standard profile, not my fan page. So that could, because I have, I think 600 people on my standard profile. So the chances of higher numbers are more likely.
Just like your numbers are huge, kind of deal from a numbers perspective.
Yeah.
So and I think I saw something you've sold over 50 copies already.
No, I got 41 copies. And
41.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's right. I think you made mention that for someone to sell 50 copies is crazy, and you've sold 41 already.
Well, that's what a lot of top authors will tell you. They're like, a lot of new authors won't even sell 50, and I've gotten close. So I'm just like, wow. I wasn't expecting anybody to buy this. Was just kind of for me, my wife to read, and maybe to read to our son.
And how much does the book sell for?
The States, I think they charge. I think it comes to $11.97, but it's $15 straight Canadian.
Okay, wow.
It's available in the UK too.
What's that?
It's available in 9 other countries too, including the UK.
Okay. And do you offer? Is there a Kindle version type or not yet?
Yep, there is. So you just go to the same place. If you go to my Facebook page there and go to Amazon, the option for KDP's there as well.
Okay. And what about audio yet? Is that?
That
is now you're a voiceover guy.
Yeah, that's something I'm working on right now. I'm hoping to have that done this week, actually. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's in the making.
Okay. All right. So
yes, sir.
When Christmas came to life.
When Christmas came, I don't know if it's backwards in this camera. Is that the right way?
Yeah. No. Yeah. When Christmas came to life.
Christmas came to life. Wow. And so. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't know anything about it. So it was like, I thought, well, I'll just ask you about it because you've really made no mention of it at all, other than what I see on Facebook. But it's like, I don't really know because like I said, I can't listen to the chapters or whatever, or whatever. So I thought I'll just ask you. I thought, well, I'll just ask you on the show, like, what the heck is the deal with this book kind of deal?
No, I'm not the ones to to obsessively shove my book in front of people. Like, I don't like that kind of marketing. I just rather, put it out there. If you want it, it's there, kind of deal. Nice.
And I think, did I see something that I thought I saw a post or something. You're looking at actually writing a second book?
Yeah, I just finished chapter 4 yesterday, it's more for adults. Not to say that it's, there's no cussing or anything. It's still Christian themed, but it's not really for kids. It's
Is there a title to that? Is there a potential title there or not yet?
Yep, it's called A Prayer for Walton Bay. That one's coming.
Okay.
Hopefully summer 2021. And interestingly enough, I'm trying to base it around Kingston, Ontario.
Okay.
Like, I'm not exactly sure.
Where I got stuck for COVID.
Yeah. Well, I correct my geography here. I'm not really sure. So that lake there, what lake is that? Is that Lake Ontario?
Lake Ontario?
Is that, okay. Yeah. I just haven't looked in a
map.
Dude,
you, as a Canadian, like from Ontario, that's you just kind of sort of screwed yourself pretty badly there.
Well, I was raised on Lake Huron. That's where it's at. But is that where you grew up? Like, is Grimsby on the southern side of
basically that? To kind of geographically, so you've got kind of Lewiston, Buffalo, Fort Erie. Well, that's like Erie. I'm trying to think of Queenston. You have basically Queenston, like from Canada perspective, you have Queenston, then you have St. Catharines, and you have Beamsville, you have Grimsby, Stony Creek, Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Mississauga, Toronto, and then you get Scarborough and Bowmanville, Ajax, don't think I got, or I don't know if I might have screwed up Bowmanville Ajax as far as the order. Once I get that far, then I start getting things mixed up a little bit. And then you have Napanee, Belleville, Kingston,
Right.
and then Kingston, Cornwall, and then you're pretty much into Quebec.
Mm. Yeah, because
So,
like
yeah,
I'm
that's
like because I want to make sure it's accurate with the surrounding history and everything that's been going on there. Like I think it's the date that I'm setting it, like basing it off of, is probably 1890s maybe.
oh wow.
So
I
like
don't think you were around though, so I don't know how accurate you're going to be.
no, well, the research I want to kind of find out is like what kind of industries were in place, like that I
Oh,
can make mention of in the book. Like, cause
okay.
I want to know if, because it's the city's called Walton Bay, so obviously it's on a bay. Where, like, I want to know if there's like shipping yards around there where there was transport made.
Well, Hamilton would have been steel. Um,
Mm,
and that's sort of basically the main
mm,
industry, I think, on Lake Ontario was basically steel. Like I really only know two main industries in Ontario, like from back then. One would be steel in Hamilton, and then like Algonquin Park was for logging.
right. Mm,
And beyond that, I mean, that's sort of the two main industries that I would be familiar with as far as say back, not that I would be familiar with them, but
I didn't
as
even
far
think
as
of
what
steel.
happened. What's that?
I didn't even think. You think that would be a realistic is that what you call it? Commodity steel to be shipping?
Sure. Yeah. No. I don't know when Hamilton became kind of like that's. I don't know when Hamilton became Hamilton,
Right.
but I'm assuming in around back that time.
Mm,
And I mean that's what kind of Hamilton is known for is the steel.
right.
Um, I'm not even 100% sure how people arrived in Toronto at the time.
Right.
So you'd have to do some research on that one where the history of Toronto is because I don't know
Yeah.
which one's older. But
Yeah, I'll have to dig more into it. I haven't reached any points where I have to make mention of anything yet, but
okay.
it'd be nice to have it.
Hmm.
But anyway, yeah,
Okay.
that's my second
Okay.
book coming.
Wow.
Oh, thanks
So
for
you
asking
should, you
about it.
should, yeah, you should write my book now.
I'm good at making
People would
fiction.
keep asking me what's that?
I'm good at making fiction, so
People, yeah. People
exaggerated
keep
story.
asking me about, people keep asking about when I'm writing my book or whatever.
Right.
It's like, but I need, thing is I need a co-author, but anyways.
Just hit me up.
Okay. So maybe just for the purpose of this video, rather than just sort of drag on, maybe we'll just hit the stop. I'm thinking unless there's anything else you want to add about your book or whatever.
I think I've exhausted it. I think.
Okay.
All right. Well, want me to just say ta-ta?
Sure. And it's
Ta-ta.
later, guys.
All right. Later.